Hey, today we're going to change the brakes, front and rear, on the 2014 Toyota Prius hybrid plug-in. So right now we've already jacked up the car. We're going to jack it up just a little bit more on this side. And then we're going to take everything off the wheels and get it prepped for the wheel change. And then we'll do the rears. We're going to do the rear choke, the rear brake, the rear wheel choke right now to make sure we are in safety mode.
All right.
All right, so now we're going to put these wheel chokes in the back wheels, under the back wheels, to just make sure that we're safe and we don't roll backwards. The calipers. So I'm just going to go in here and loosen this up. It's actually, I already pre-loosened it. I'm not going to lie like it was that easy, but got it out. Then we're just going to lift this baby out very gently.
Your hair is in the way.
And, oh my goodness. Look at that. My brakes are fully in. They are probably about 80% good. And so we have a new set of brakes here, but there's probably no need to change these brakes. What we're going to do is probably do something more like service the brakes and just maybe check the rear. And just do a little cleaning and priming and then put these back on. But we're definitely not using the new brakes. If I would have taken my car to the shop today and got brakes done, I probably would have left with my same brakes just cleaned for $350. So, ladies, you need to know how to check your brakes. So now we're going to take the wheel off and take a look at the brakes. So I have my
Impact
here. We're going to make sure it's tight and on there. All right, we got one. Broke my glove. I was too close. Okay, it's okay.
War is war.
War is war. Got it in there.
Do by hand.
So, this is kind of like my testosterone moment right here. With the big power tools. That one didn't lock on. Don't get shy. All right, so we got those bolts off. I tore my glove, so I replaced my glove. And now we're about to take the last one off before we remove the wheel and check these brakes out. So we're gonna get this in tightly and get this baby off. Put this up here. We're gonna lift off our wheel. And then I have my ratchet wrench here. We have a 14 millimeter bolt here on each side of the caliper. So I'm gonna go in here, try to loosen this baby up. All right. My positioning was not convenient, so that was too hard to try to get it out. So what we're gonna do is come around here and turn the wheel a little bit so that we have a better angle. And get in here and go this way. Actually, I think it's the other way. But it's all trial and error, you know, like we'll figure it out eventually. And so now we're gonna go back over and see like Now we can get to this guy a lot better. So we're gonna put it on there, and then we have a much better angle to push down. I mean,
Okay.
Hey guys. My muscle power is not really getting the job done. Oh. So, I tried to, oh, never mind, I got it. All right, we're good. So we got the bolts off. Gonna screw this baby off in here. We're nice and loose and ready to come out. Let me put that back on there. And then what we're gonna do now, when we get this bolt out, is take the caliper off. Take a look at the brakes. When we take the caliper off, because the brake hose is a rubber hose, we want to be very gentle about how we arrange it on the wheel. So we're going to have a little hook that I have here. We're going to hook this to the top right here. Going to pull this baby out gently. And then we're going to hang the hook right here so that we can take a look at these brakes. Whoa, look at this. I was about to get my brakes done.
Jeez.
And my brakes are 80% intact. What? I was about to pay $350 to get my brakes done. And now that I took my wheels off and take a look at my brake pads, they are not even close to needing to be repaired or replaced. So now we're going to change gears and just do a little brake service and go have some cocktails. Hey, so we took the brake pads off. We'll show you how to do that on the other wheel. But now we have prepared one brake pad. We did a little cleaning, sanding, and with the brush finisher. And now we're going to do the other one. So I'm going to show you how to clean the brake pad and finish it up to reinstall it. So first we have some medium grit sandpaper. And we're going to put the brakes face down to the pad. And we're just going to brush it back and forth. Try to get all the residue off. Get it nice and clean and ready. So now we have this looking pretty good. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And now we're ready to go over to the brush cleaner and clean off the edges. Let's come over here. Always have your protective glasses on. Only for the sexy. And then we're going to turn this on. And then we're just going to clean these edges. Let all the attachments be clean. Check it with like a gentle finger. It feels a lot less residue. It's much more clearer. The attachments are ready to be put back on without any damage in between. So we're gonna go back over, and then we're gonna our two brake pads are cleaned up and almost ready for reinstallation. So we're gonna air her out real quick. It's always the best. And we're just gonna go in the areas where we did the All right. So now we're gonna add brake grease to our brake pads. So we're gonna come over here and add a little brake grease. We have our brake grease pre-applied to the area. And we're just gonna go around here, right? And on the other side, right. Nice little, but not too much, because anything excessive is gonna end up on your brake pads and on your rotors. So you want to kind of clean it and oil it, but not leave too much excess. So then we're going to do the other one. We're going to take a little of the excess from here, but just rub it in and make sure that we spread it evenly so there's no gunk here that's going to be transferred to our rotors. We're greasing this really nice. And make sure you use brake grease. It's not just any kind of grease, because the temperatures matter, and brake grease does not ignite at high temperatures, and you don't want your brake pads and rotors to be getting damaged. So we're going to keep it with brake grease, evenly applied with no extra gunk that's going to drip out. All right, now we're going to go back and take our perfectly good 85% brake pads, and we're going to put them back on, because we didn't need to spend $350 on brakes, and we just did brake service for free. All right, so what we're going to do now is try to reinstall our brake pads onto the wheel. So what we're going to do is first we're going to re-oil and grease our attachments. So I'm going to go back over. You can stay here. I'm just going to run over here and get this little brush. And we're going to apply a little brake grease to the receptors where we're going to connect this. So we're going to go down here, get it in there. Grease that up so we have a nice good connection. On the other side, little oil, but we're gonna smooth it in. And then we have one up here. We're gonna make sure this is nice and smoothed out. We'll go in here. Clean and mean. Now we're ready for reattachment. So we're going to find this brake. Let's see. This is this one. So we're going to shimmy this baby back in. And what we have to do is line it up to the bottom. Kind of turn it a little bit. Angle it. And
Okay, go.
so we're going to put this brake pad in. So we're going to shimmy it in from the bottom. Kind of at an angle. Get her in there. Takes maybe a couple tries because I'm not an expert, but bam, we have it in there.
Oh.
And so now we're going to do the same thing with the other side. We're going to have the brake pad on the inside toward the rotors, and we're just going to go in from the track on the bottom, slightly bent. And bam, we're in there. So now we're just gonna hold it together and make sure that we're solid. And it's looking good. Look at those nice brakes. So now we're gonna detach our caliper from our hook. And now we're gonna replace the caliper. So we're gonna just gently fit it back in. And then we're gonna find our bolts. We're gonna line it up to our bolts. And we're gonna do a little bit of bolting. We don't wanna do one bolt too tight before the other one. So I'm gonna make sure that it's even. So we're gonna go in here, do this one a little bit. Then we're gonna go down here, do this one a little bit. There, just caught. We can do that a little more. Now we'll come back up here, do this one. Now we're gonna tighten with our ratchet wrench. We wanna make sure we have something like 41 pounds, which for girls is like 2 or 3 twists. So we're just gonna attach this here. Make sure it's on there.